Thank you for tuning in to Curve Uncensored. Look, let me tell you something. I just want to come and talk to y'all about a little situation that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Play a little video for you in between my little commentary. But before we get into the show, let me just say that everything I say is for entertainment purposes only, nothing more and nothing less. So do whatever you want to with the information, okay? Okay. So let's get into the show. I was listening to a video that Calvin Hunter had recorded. He had recorded this little, I guess it's Instagram video when I'm looking at it, and it's been on YouTube. And he was talking and dissing Blac Chyna. And, when Wendy did the documentary, of course, he was not happy with it. He was just not happy with it, right? And he just was saying his little 1 cent. I ain't gonna even say 2 cents because it ain't even worth all of that. So I'm gonna play a little bit of his documentary, and I'm gonna be stopping in between so I can get my 2 cents. Okay. So let me let you take a listen to what he started off saying, and then I want to say a little something. So here we go.
Smart people out there, for all the people that just don't look. First of all, no, I cannot go save Wendy. Only Wendy can save Wendy. Okay, I told y'all 3 years ago the disease. Okay, alcoholism is a disease. There's other diseases involved. Without getting into personal, like this is something, when it comes down to it, people got to do what they got to do.
Now, my whole situation with this situation is Calvin was married to Wendy and dated her for, many years until she became very, very successful. And he was her manager, and he was there for, the grassroots efforts. And I give him that much, but that's all I'm giving him, because I don't know the dynamics. Of course, we were never there. None of us were. We only kind of deriving our opinions for whatever it's worth from. He would say it's not worth nothing, but it's worth something, because anytime there's a lot of smoke, there is some fire. Ask Diddy. Diddy will tell you about that smoke and fire situation. So he did not appreciate the documentary that was put out, of course, because it did not show Wendy in the best light, right? But all the videos we've been seeing about Wendy lately, most of them were not in a good light. You know what I mean? And a lot of the videos that were put out about him was definitely not in a good light. Towards, and this, it seems like from what Wendy said, it had been going on for a good part of their marriage, and she accepted everything as long as a baby didn't come up. Now, she was a woman, very successful woman, I might add. And she's still successful. Her confidence is just at an all-time low, and her illness that she's dealing with, a lot of it probably brought on because of everything that's going on and went on and still is going on with Calvin and that woman, that little side chick he had on the side, which is he could call his girlfriend, as you could hear him talking about her. He gets upset because he feels as if the information that's being put out on Wendy is defamatory, and it's not accurate, and it's incomplete, it's wrong. And the things that they are saying about him, he has no control over, and he was upset, right? But a lot of people are upset because my thing is, well, let me let you listen to a little bit more of what he had to say.
As for the person, Tina doll, who has nothing better to do and on my page, get a job. Sweetheart, I'm about to announce so many jobs that I have that I guarantee you when I announce these announcements next month, I just got to take care of this course stuff. All of you miserable hewers and women on my page are going to be very mad. But for the smart people, who understand the plight of, I'm not trying to play victim. Again, I take full accountability. A lot of y'all still don't know what's going on, and you still won't know what's going on. And as per the documentary that you just saw, which was whatever, I knew nothing about it, you still don't know what's going on.
And guess what? There was nothing good that came out of that. Nothing good came out of the documentary. So I don't know what was this display for. All of the people that were involved, the celebrities, half of them were involved in enabling her. So Blac Chyna, you need to go sit down before I air you out and let people know what you really did. There's a lot, but I'm not here for that. Listen, you miserable women, Please.
Stay off my page. Just stay off my page. Pray for the people that's involved. Pray for my ex-wife. Pray for Wendy Williams. Hunter. Pray for Wendy Williams. Pray that for the family. Pray for everybody that's involved. And whatever I'm out here doing, and whatever people think I'm doing, guess what? If I don't go out here and do it, who the f is going to, what we going to do? We're going to just let everybody, whatever the display is, whoever's in charge, they clearly don't care. So, and I've been minding my business. I've been doing what I got to do to make these announcements
That I'm about to make to show that I am working hard. I'm going to keep working. My legacy is not over. Whatever I have to do for the legacy, that still includes my entire family, is still not over. My son is looking. My daughter's looking. My lady is looking. Everybody's looking now. So at this point, you know, if you don't really care, if you still caught up on that news about whatever, you don't really see what's going on here,
the real plight, then okay. But please, I'm going to ask you to please refrain, you women, refrain from my comments. Refrain, go get a life, go get a man, go get some, go do whatever you need to do. But please stop worrying about Kelvin, because whatever Kelvin come out this doing, however God got me, however this is going to go, God got me, God got her, God got everybody involved. And God got me here in Newark today, because the Lord knows I didn't want to be here. I did not want to be here. I love Florida, and I love where I'm going with my life. And if anybody was really watching, they see that I really am not even subscribed to. That's why I tuned off of this. But today I felt the need, because God has given me the power and all of the wisdom to go in there. And you know what I want to tell the people that care? I represented myself pro se. A guy with a 10th grade education in the GED. I had to go in there pro se and represent myself in a court of law. And I did pretty well. So, with that being said, I want to tell, for anybody that cares, thank you. Your blessings for all the prayers that are coming from people regarding the whole situation. It is not easy to deal with. Thank you. And for all of the...
Now, his thing is, he does not like the fact that the documentary went out like it was. He feels as if a lot of people benefited from the documentary going out, even though it wasn't a good representation of Wendy. And my biggest thing is I felt, and it did nothing to help her situation. And I get it, because nothing really changed, I guess, as far as he feels for her. But from what had heard, some things, and it is just through the grapevine kind of stuff. It's nothing in stone etched that I know of. But there, you know, the people that were over Wendy and that was in charge of making sure things were being done. She was getting to her doctor's appointment. That young lady, the manager, I cannot remember her name, because when I saw the documentary, I could remember it at that time, but it's been some time ago, right? Only reason I'm doing this video is because he came out with something. But he felt that all of them were kind of like putting Wendy on Front Street just so they can benefit and get a check, like I'm assuming. But it seems like a lot of people were getting checks off Wendy. Everybody was benefiting from Wendy being out there in the public eye. Even like after all of this, Wendy loves being the center of attention. We can see even from the documentary, and she's not in the best of health, and she likes to be on Front Street, and she likes to be seen, and she likes to ooh and ah. She's like addicted to the whole vibe of the TV and the her being a celebrity life and all this and stuff like that, right? Even though she's not in her best health, she's not focusing on Wendy. And a lot of that happens too, because when these people are celebrities, so many people tell them yes, even when they should be told no. We personally know, I know you guys know of celebrities that actually went down in their downfall because people were afraid to tell them no. They were telling them yes when they should have definitely been told no. And I don't agree with nothing Calvin has to say, really. Very little. Only thing I do kind of sort of agree with is that the documentary that was put out should not have been put out like right now. I felt that if they were going to put a documentary out on her, they should have sat down and let her just maybe be in her chair and speak on her good days, not necessarily expose her by showing her in the bed, her feed, because I guess she wanted to keep it honest and real, right, with everybody. But I feel like her image was being tarnished, and I do feel as if people were benefiting from this more than Wendy. I feel like the conservatorship, the person that was over it, the conservator or whatever they're called, was not in her best interest. They don't seem like they could really control anything that Wendy really, really wanted to do. I never understood why they put someone over her money, but now I do. But I don't feel like it should be a stranger. I feel as if it should be a family member because those people have her best interest. What's going to stop the conservator from getting money and doing whatever they want to do with it and go into the sunset? You know, people do that kind of thing. They spend the money down. So I do feel like she needed someone over her money into her mental condition and her health condition. She needs someone over her money that cares about her. Now, Calvin, let's talk about him. He was upset because Blac Chyna was part of the documentary. He was probably upset that he didn't have a chance to say anything, whatever. But Blac Chyna showed up. Now, I don't know what Blac Chyna used to do behind the scenes, but all I know is this part right here. When she showed up in the little scene that she showed up in, she seemed like she was compassionate and cared for Wendy. More than Calvin could do. And more, let me take that back. Not more than he could do, more than he is doing. Because the only thing Calvin seems to be concerned about is what Calvin can get out of Wendy, bringing his little big bald head on the air and talking about what he's doing and how he's doing and how he's moving. I want to say he can expose Blac Chyna because she was a person enabling her. She might have brought her some alcohol or something like that, or something else at some point when she was out there, but she kind of like tried to change and clean her act up as well. You know, birds of a feather kind of flock together. And Calvin, ain't no telling what you have done to Wendy since she's been in this condition. And I want y'all to hear a little bit more of what he has to say before we finish this up. And I'm gonna wrap up what I have to say.
Haters and the people who don't know no better, half of y'all should not have 16, y'all should not have any characters or keyboards because y'all don't even, you can't even type. Anyway, to all of you guys, please go and get a life and know that whatever Kev does, Kev gonna be good. Kev gonna be great, as a matter of fact. Kev is walking with God, and Kev is following God's spirit. So, that's it. You know what I'm saying? And you stay tuned in, because when it's all said and done, all you haters, I'm still gonna have love for y'all. When all the smoke clears, I'm still gonna have love for y'all. All right? All right. Love, peace, hair grease. Here's New York City. I'm out.
Calvin is an ultimate manipulator because everything, as you can hear on this little chant he went on, you know what I'm saying, and everything that I've heard him say in the media, it's all about Calvin, him being successful, and you're gonna see what he has to do. And his baby, he's so happy he could call the girl his baby out in public. Now he don't know what to do. One thing that happened out of this whole thing, I know Wendy is hurt, but the best thing that could have happened is him going and getting out of her life, because he was going to drain her down to the bare, like worse than she is right now. It's a shame. It really is, because he is so self-absorbed into his new life with his new little baby and the girl, the younger woman that he's with, that he can't seem to understand. This is a woman, even if I don't want to be with her anymore, that just for the sake of her being my ex, somebody that had the woman that had the mother of my child, I'm gonna step up and help her get well. I understand when he's saying that she has to be the one that wants to get well most out of anybody, and I totally agree with it. I know he's right on that. She has to want to get better, and I agree. But he sent her over the edge. He sent her over the edge. I'll bet this on just about anything. If he were to drop that woman that he's with and show her any sort of attention, we'll see the old Wendy snap back, because her whole sense of well-being was so wrapped into Calvin that she lost track of Wendy. Can I get an amen on this from somebody? She was so involved in his Mr. Potato Head that she lost Wendy. And she loved him so much. And it's so unfortunate when love goes, you know that old saying, on a one-way street, not a two-way street, when it's lost. And that's what happened. And she could not let go. And that's going to be the downside of her if she don't snap out of it. She does have to care enough to snap out of it. But Calvin, he think he's gonna come up and he's gonna raise up, but he just don't know, honey. God has the last word. And when you do people wrong, you do not get blessed. Can I get an amen on that? So I'm sure you all can agree. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of come and talk about this because he was mad at Blac Chyna for showing up in the documentary and, saying her piece and seeming like she was concerned. I do agree what he was saying, that some of the other people that were in there, they were enablers a lot to her, but they were trying to control Wendy. But as we all saw in the documentary, that you couldn't control no Wendy. What she wanted to do, she was going to do. And she got rid of the people that she did not want to be around that was trying to strong arm her. Now, I do agree a lot. Some of them people were just her assistant definitely needed to go because she was airheaded and she was not what Wendy needed. The other guy was trying to was responsible for making sure she things flowed a certain way. He was trying to be strong arm, and that wasn't working for Wendy. Wendy needs her family. She loves her son. Outside of Calvin, she loves her son. And she loves her father and her sisters too. But her son and that Calvin, she loved those two people. Okay. And I really hate that things went the way that it went. But Calvin, on the other hand, thinking he's going to benefit. No, he's not. He is really not. Blac Chyna, I felt as if she was concerned whether she did some things she shouldn't have done at one point and enable her. Sometimes when you care about people and you kind of out there too, people, birds of a feather flock together. She was wilding one time, Wendy was wilding, and you know what? Allegedly, all this allegedly, then they kind of, maybe leaned on each other at times they shouldn't have. She felt that she could lean on Wendy, and Wendy felt that she can lean on Blac Chyna. But at the end of the day, Calvin needs to go sit it down because he is the beginning, end, and middle of all Wendy's issue. And Wendy not being strong is the other end. Okay. So anyway, I just wanted to see what you guys think about it. Let me know. Okay. I just was not happy with him coming on here trying to talk about what he gonna be doing and how he gonna be moving and how he is moving and what we gonna see. Nobody cares, Calvin. Nobody cares. Get your life together. Okay. You are on a low vibration right about now, and you're gonna stay on that. So anyway, all right, y'all. Until next time, peace out.